If you've ever felt that knot of anxiety before a presentation or even a team meeting, you're not alone. But most advice out there is about quick fixes, breathing techniques, power poses. They can help, but they don't usually fix the root cause. And one of those root causes is mindset. So today I want to share with you 3 specific mindset shifts that took me from severe anxiety to getting paid as a keynote speaker. These are the same mindset shifts that I use with the professionals that I coach, and they work because they change how you fundamentally see yourself and your audience. Let's get into them. So whenever I'd feel those nerves rising, my heart racing, the adrenaline surging, I would try to bottle up those feelings. I was desperate for no one else to notice, so I tried to push down the physical symptoms of my anxiety, but of course it never worked. It only made the pressure feel like it was growing even stronger. So one day I stumbled across a quote by Carl Jung who said, "What you resist persists." And immediately I realized my mistake. I was triggering even more nerves because I was fighting against my own nervous system. So I began to try to do the opposite. Whenever I was waiting for my turn to speak or about to step on stage, I would try to accept however I felt. I'd allow my heart to race. I'd allow the adrenaline to surge. And rather than resisting it or judging it, I would try to almost welcome it. Now, it didn't mean I enjoyed those feelings of anxiety because they can be, really horrible to deal with. But I stopped adding to the problem and I stopped fearing the fear itself. And the less I resisted, the more in control I felt. Now, how do you know if you're resisting or not? Well, mentally, it's the difference between telling yourself, I shouldn't be nervous, everyone's going to notice, I need to be confident right now, versus telling yourself, part of me is feeling anxious right now. My nervous system is trying to protect me. It might not be helpful, but it's okay, and I can accept how I feel. And physically, it's the difference between clenching your fists, tightening your chest, clamping your jaw, trying to force yourself to feel calm, versus even when your body wants to do all of those things, relaxing your shoulders, letting go of tension, breathing into your diaphragm. As long as you are resisting how you feel when speaking or presenting, you will inadvertently keep yourself stuck in that same cycle of anxiety. When you start to accept how you feel and allow it to be, then you can begin moving past it. When you step on stage or even just into a room, it's easy to feel the pressure of judgment. Now, we all want to come across as someone who is competent and ideally someone who is confident as well. But it's easy for that to turn into, I have to be flawless or else everyone will judge me negatively. And if you start thinking that way, then it's very easy to say to yourself, well, I won't speak yet. I'll wait until I feel confident. And that day never comes. And you find yourself stuck on the sidelines, watching everyone else get better, and you never change. So mindset number 2 is about being prolific, not perfect. Being prolific means valuing taking action over being perfect. It means saying yes to giving that update, to speaking on that podcast, to sharing that video, to putting yourself in the spotlight without obsessing over getting things exactly right. And now if you think about it, the most confident speaker you know, maybe someone at work, they're not perfect. They probably and ah and forget words and make all kinds of little mistakes, but because they themselves don't focus on it, neither do their audience. They're happy to pitch and present and put themselves out there. And because of that, they are gaining so much more experience and they're creating this virtuous cycle of improvement. So stop trying to be perfect. Stop waiting to feel ready. In the words of G.K. Chesterton, if a thing is worth doing, it is worth doing badly. When speaking in public, I used to unconsciously focus on what I was there to get. Applause, approval, acceptance. I wanted these things from my audience. And that made me needy because I was constantly worrying, will they like me? Will this go well? Will it go down all right? Now, eventually I realized that focus needed to be flipped. Not what I'm there to get, but what I'm there to give. And if you think about it, no audience is ever really there for you. They are there for themselves. They want something out of their time spent listening. They want ideas and insight and emotion. As the speaker, it feels very much like we are the important person because everyone's looking at us. But actually what I've learned is that it's not about you at all. It's always all about your audience. You are simply there to facilitate this experience for them. So ask yourself, what am I here to give people? What do they need? And if you can focus on this rather than being trapped in your own self-consciousness, you start to focus on your audience, on your message, and on the positive impact you want to make. So as an example, going back a few years, I was asked to speak at a big conference to about 200 students. And at the time, I was still very anxious. So in the minutes beforehand, I thought to myself, right, Ed, there's going to be at least a few people in this room who are going through the exact same social anxiety that I used to have. And they really need to hear this message. So it doesn't matter what my little ego is worried about right now. I need to take myself out of the equation and focus on doing this for them. And the same thing happens whether you're pitching, presenting, doing a keynote. Focus on the value that you are there to give. And the more you can do this, the less your nerves will get in the way. Are 3 mindset shifts. Number 1, when the nerves come, and they will, smile, breathe, accept them fully, because whatever you resist will persist. Number 2, when opportunities come, and they will, don't keep avoiding the spotlight, dare to be dull, and be prolific, not perfect. And number 3, when you're about to speak, don't make it about yourself. Focus all of your attention on your audience and what you are there to give to them. Write these down, reword them, but revisit them so they become second nature. These mindset shifts aren't theoretical. They come from being in the trenches, learning to speak while struggling with intense anxiety and a full-on glossophobia. But of course, there is more to confidence than mindset alone. It also requires the right skills, the right practice, and the right training. And if you would like help to get there faster, whether it's presenting at work, giving a talk, or becoming more visible in your space, then I offer free 30-minute introduction calls where we can discuss your goals and see if there is a good fit. Working with me can be done in person if you are here in the UK, or it can be done virtually if you're not here in the UK. And I also train teams and businesses as well. So please click the link below to book a call if that sounds interesting. If you found value in this video, like, subscribe, and let someone else know about it. My name is Ed from Project Charisma. Here is to your public speaking success.